What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to get free hit sticks on the running back when facing the near close flex fullback dive. But before we do that, guys, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming here daily on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to watch me play Madden 20 live, you guys can find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Zan Madden. The link is below in the description, and I do have exclusive subscriber-only content for my Twitch Prime and Tier 1 subscribers. My Tier 2 subscribers will receive my full Washington Redskins Hot Route Master offense on top of those sub-tips that go out each and every Friday. You can find me live daily on the channel at 2 p.m. Central Time. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. I've gotten a number of requests on how to stop the fullback dive out of the near close flex. We've done a couple videos on this in the past here on the channel. Today, I want to show you guys something a little bit different that I've labbed up out of the 3-4 under formation that can help you get free hit sticks on the running back, whether they're running it to the left or the right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about linebacker positioning in the 3-4 under and certain plays working better than others. So I've set a couple audibles here. I've got cover 4 quarters. I've got Tampa 2. And we're going to show the difference between those two kind of looks in terms of linebacker shifting. And what we're going to do with this tip is you want your fast, you want speed guys with good hit power, good strength at the 2 inside linebacker positions. So obviously Bobby Wagner is a good one. And for the Seahawks, I put Shaq Griffin at the other inside linebacker spot for his top end speed. So let's go ahead and take the field. The play that we want to call is Tampa 2. Tampa 2 is my favorite defense for stopping the fullback dive out of the 3-4 under. So what we're going to notice here is linebacker positioning. So we kind of show you here's the fullback dive. A lot of players are going to run this to the handedness of their quarterback. So that's going to dictate a lot of it. If you have a right-handed quarterback, a lot of times it's running to the right. If you have a left-handed quarterback, a lot of times it's going to the left. That's a huge key because the handoff speeds are faster when you hand it off to the handedness of the quarterback. So Garoppolo, you can expect the run to go to the right. Now, the Tampa 2 out of the 3-4 under, I want to compare this to, say, like cover 4 quarters. Watch the 2 inside linebackers on this play. When I audible into cover 4 quarters, notice how they line up differently. In fact, this guy doesn't normally show blitz. He kind of just stands right here, but they kind of spread out, right? So what you're looking for on this, and I'm just going to go ahead and respot the ball here because most players run their twins to the wide side. What you're going to notice is that the cover 2 alignment of the inside linebackers is better for this tip. Now, literally all you have to do is call the play. Just call the play. And the way it works is when they run this fullback dive, they double team on this defensive end and they get a double team on this nose tackle, which allows you to come straight through that A gap for a hit stick. Of course, you can click off if you have an enforcer and get higher chance of forcing a fumble as well. So you see right here, we're just going to come straight through. I just missed my gap right there, but you see how open that lane is to make this work. So snapping and using a defensive controller is a little bit tough here. So we'll try again. You see right here, you can just run through and get that hit stick on the ball carrier. So this is when they're handing it off to the right. If they decide to hand it off to the left, so I'm going to go ahead and flip the run here. In the game, you'll notice the quarterback touches shoulder pads. He'll tap a hip. He'll do some sort of visual cue that looks different than when he's pointing at receivers. And typically, if you see that visual cue, kind of think to yourself, okay, he's playmakering his run. When they do this, you're actually going to get blocked. So you're going to see right here, it blocks a little bit differently. They peel off the double team and get you at the point of attack, and they're able to kind of mosh it up for an extra couple yards. Now, if you notice that cue where they kind of like tap their hip or they touch their shoulder pads, click over to this linebacker because what's going to end up happening is the inverse. They're now going to double team on both these guys and climb up to Wagner, leaving you to come through that A gap. So what also happens is the fullback offsets. You're going to notice that 26 Coleman, he's going to kind of block to the right and then try to target back to the inside, allowing you enough time to slip through for that tackle. So you're going to see right here, he kind of offsets. Right there, they blocked it up a little bit differently, but you were able to still get that stop. Bobby Wagner actually got the stop right there. So you see right here, we'll do it again. In this example, I got through clean. I just missed my tackle again, tried to get my hands back onto the defensive controller. But you definitely could tell when they run the run to the left side, if you can get on the opposite side of the direction they're handing it to, that is going to free you up to make this hit stick. So again, right here, you see how I can kind of come in and make that hit on my own. So again, guys, if they are running the fullback dive to the right, you want to be on the opposite side, the left inside linebacker in this play. So again, they do that. You're going to get these tackles for loss pretty clean. If they run it to the left, again, you're always on the opposite side linebacker of the direction they are running it to. So if they're running it to the left, you're on the right inside linebacker on the screen. This is going to allow you to come through and make that tackle. Again, that was terrible stick by me, but you can see how that lane is very, very open for you. And the only reason I'm missing it is because I'm trying to snap and get my hand back on my defensive controller. But you see right here, again, there it is. Looks pretty clean. Now, of course, you can also help clean up on this play as well. One thing I will do if I'm certain that they are running the fullback inside is I will spy a safety, maybe even spy both, just to get them to rally down in the cover two, because the deep half safeties are not involved in the run fit. As you see here, right here, as I show the run fit, you've got the outside corners involved, but not the safeties. When you spy the safeties, that's going to make sure all 9 players are involved in stopping the run. So you can see right here, here's our defense. If you're positive they're running this, and you're still going to be able to fly right in. You see how those safeties are filling in right behind it to clean up if you miss your tackle. So pretty easy to do. We'll go ahead and pat the run over to the left side here. Click onto this guy. Again, you're still going to spy these safeties. And again, you're just going to kind of fly in right here and make this tackle. So 3-4 under cover 2 is super easy. Now, can you call this out of other plays in the formation? So let's go ahead and show you. Here's your cover 4 quarters. Notice how the linebackers set differently. If they're running it to the right, you should still be able to fly through, but you notice that the positioning of the linebackers is the reason you don't. They just line up differently. So you see cover 4 quarters, they kind of offset a little bit. If you go to try to pinch your linebackers, it kind of lines them up a little bit like this. And right there, that looked okay, but you don't trust the left guard to consistently, whiff on that block. So if you see right here, cover 4 quarters, you pinch your linebackers. Do this again. He blocks us that time. So cover 2's just got a special alignment in general compared to the cover 4. If I were to audible into, say, like cover 3 here, so cover 3 sky, and they run it, you're going to be able to still come through on the right side. Looks like just because you add a safety down in the box, that adds another guy to block target for the offensive line. So you see right here, doesn't look like our linebackers shift at all, which is pretty good. It's the positioning of the 2 inside linebackers that's going to spring this. So you can mix cover 2 and cover 3, it looks like. Obviously, your coverage shell looks different, so kind of be aware on that as well. But you see right here, you can come in and make these tackles for loss very, very easily. Again, here, we'll go ahead and show you. Here's cover 3. Let's go ahead and flip the run over to the left. And you see we're going to try to come in. Same deal. So cover 3 works the same as cover 2. Cover 4 quarters works a little bit differently. As you start to get into man coverage, the man coverage looks like it works as well. So, if they're running the man coverage, you could still fly in and make those tackles for loss as well. So it looks to me like you can mix up 2-man under, cover 2, and cover 3. Just want to stay away from the quarters. Obviously, some of the zone blitzes align a little bit differently as well. I mean, you could maybe move this guy back to this spot if you wanted to run cover 4 quarters, and that could help you a little bit. But none of the linebacker shifting is actually going to work here. So again, cover 4 quarters. If I were to move him back right there, maybe if they butt pat a little bit and you're stuck in cover 4 quarters, you might be able to move Griffin back to this spot and still fly in. You see right there that the fullback doesn't offset, though, because of the way that cover 4 quarters, the linebackers realign. So you notice the difference right here. So notice here in cover 4 quarters, when we run the ball to the left, watch how the fullback blocks straight into the A-gap. He goes straight there and walls it down. Now, fortunately for us, Bobby Wagner's free to make that tackle. But if we actually line it up in cover 2 and they do this, watch how that fullback blocks to the right and then gives us a chance. See how he kind of offsets a little bit? And that allows us to fly in for the tackle for loss. So those are the plays. Cover 2, cover 3, 2-man under. I'm sure there are others in the formation. Just pay attention to the inside backer alignment. 3-4 under is in plenty of formations or playbooks in Madden 20. So find yourself a playbook. Patriots is probably the book that I would call if you like 3-4 bear, just because it's going to give you 1-4-6, 3-4 bear, 3-4 under. And then, some of the other stuff, 3-3-5 wide is also in there as well. So it's a pretty good defensive book. But there are lots of books, too many to name, that have 3-4 under. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Ann. Get the lab and good luck.